Hello and welcome along to round number 6 of the My Team season we are doing here on F123 at Good Garry Gaming. We are in a very wet Imola, which obviously we didn't actually see this year in real life due to the very wet conditions there. But today we'll have about a 22 lap race, I believe it is, around the circuit. It is expected to rain heavily throughout the entire race. So it's going to be very tricky for me, but qualified in P8, and I'm going to use an older sort of turbocharger unit for this race, just as it's in the wet and it shouldn't impact me as much. Looking to be a one-stop race, stopping around right in the middle, and should be on the wet tyre throughout, but that may dry up a little bit and go to the intermediate, just depending on how much it continues to rain. Put your feet up, sit back and relax, and I hope you enjoy this race. Alright, see how it feels off the practice pull away. It's so wet.
Okay, so let's go through all the gears if you can. We need to make sure the engagement is okay before the start. We're going to want to put some temperature into the tyres and brakes. We need to keep the engine cool though, so don't go too high with the revs.
It's going to be very treacherous for the first couple of laps with all the spray and the field being grouped up. Crawling our way around in the wet weather. Tyres are very cold, so we need to try and can get a little bit of movement going on. They're also very easy to overheat though, the wet weather tyres, so don't want to go too hard. Hoping we get onto the intermediate, because it's a bit easier to drive on the inter than it is on the wet, in my opinion, obviously, because it's not quite as wet. Hoping though that we should be strong in the wet weather. Setup was pretty good, even though we've got a bit of a worn turbocharger, which is why you can see the little orange engine symbol there in the bottom right corner. But I still think we should be very competitive in the wet weather. Too much snap there.
Superb parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out.
Steering wheel back a little.
Okay, so that's the rest of the grid forming up now. Be patient and watch for those lights.
Go in deep and try and take a couple of positions, which was successful. Oh, nearly lost it. Has to yield there because I've got the inside line. Oh, stay off that AstroTurf. Very slippery. Alright. It'll take me a lap or two just to get used to the track conditions. Too deep there. short shifts, try and get traction early, get out of those really high rev gears early. Just so wet. Just tiptoeing around. Forgive me if I'm not as talkative this round. It's going to take a lot of concentration to keep the car on the track. Doing okay at it so far. Not very quick, but we're on the track.
Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on.
On wide. We entered safely though. Oh, big snaps. It was a pretty good start. We're sitting in P6, so we gained 2 positions off the start. Just trying to settle in now. I think there's going to be a dry line that forms later in the race, and we'll probably move to the inters, which is good news. This wet weather tyre does move a lot of water off the track very quickly, even though it is still raining, with 22 cars out on the track. And wet weather tyres, it will move the water, and we will start to see a dry line. Alright, starting to explore where we can find some grip now as the tyres have warmed up.
Okay mate, we might need to look at a new race strategy after that. I've got some options for you, so go and check your MFD.
Yep, so they're already looking at going into the inters.
Got that, confirmed.
We'll take it, because I think it's going to be the better tyre long term. Ugh. Back complaining on the way in there, and a little bit of a rear locking. Alright, so we're boxing this lap. Going to jump onto the intermediates. I reckon that's what we'll see the whole field probably do in the next couple of laps, I'd reckon. They've all stayed out, but they're going to do it. Make sure we don't break the pit limiter line. Alright, so the Red Bull came in front. Looks like there's a few coming in behind that are going to go onto the inters as well. Hopefully we can go the whole rest of the race on this set if we're careful.
Okay, go, go, go! That was a fantastic stop.
Really
Faster
good
than
stop.
We were expecting.
Nice and clean. So we're going to be at the rear of the field, but we're going to be in clean air and probably on what will be the quicker tyre.
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track.
Take it easy and try and ease this intermediate tyre in without destroying the rears too much. I think everyone else should probably pit at the end of this lap, so it should put us in a good posse, provided we can keep it on the track this lap.
Right, we've got teams in the pits changing over to full wets. Come in and change the tyres if you need to.
I think that radio message was a bug, because I've just swapped to inters, and there was about 5 or 6 others that swapped as well, so we'll ignore that. the Inter is going to be the right tyre, even if it's not immediately. Within the next 3 or 4 laps, I'm seeing that dry line start to form here on the track, so this should be good.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 5.4 seconds.
Oh, too deep. We're going to use a flashback there because it'll do damage by bouncing over those curbs. Back to the start of the straight. Had a couple of people pit, but not the whole field like I was sort of expecting them to. Still confident I'm on the right tyre. It's just going to take a couple of laps to get everything working the way we want it to and to get used to that wet line. Yep, yeah, that's fair. Very wide on entry there.
Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race.
Awesome, good signs. We're definitely on the right tyre. Going to prompt other people to switch. We've just got to keep putting in good laps. Wide there, but that's alright. Wait a very long time to get on the power. Still see a safety car, which could give us a chance to put on another new Inter later in the race, which would be handy. But
Use your overtake button for more power. We need to push.
surprised I haven't seen more cars pit and put me sort of back up in a higher position, but they're obviously holding out for some reason. Definitely catching the group in front of me though. Good news, considering I've stopped and they haven't.
Okay, the car behind is dropping back. We're seeing a gap starting to form.
Both gone wide, but okay. I'm going to do it too often.
The track's drying, but it's going to take a while to clear the standing water offline. Don't start thinking about slicks just yet.
Oh, I'm not. Don't you worry.
light rain will stay with us for at least 20 minutes, maybe more. Light rain is here to stay.
Oh, a bit of aquaplaning there on the way in. Shocking. Managed to get it over the curves without doing any damage though, I think. Sure what the AI is doing in this race. I was sure they were all going to stop to intermediates, but fairly sure that whole group ahead of people that haven't stopped and are still running wet weathers. Hey, we finally got that corner without going too deep. Still went a bit deep.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
Swallow them up. Still absolutely confident we've made the right choice here. The AI are just a bit silly.
We're catching the car ahead. Well done, but be aware these tyres need to get us to the end of this race.
That'll be our second warning there for exceeding track limits.
Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 3.3 seconds.
I reckon we are going to have to stop again, but we'll hope for a safety car or something to make that easier. The AstroTurf on the turn in there on the outside, not good. The only reason I can think of is they all used all their wets in, all their inters in our practice, but surely the game would be smarter than to let them do that. Alright, we're making the moves now. Heaps of battery because you don't use it in the wet. We're only really using it on our main straight. Whoa, nearly lost it. Good catch.
good stuff. That's P10. It puts us...
Oh, hit the overtake button mid-corner. Not good. Alright, try again.
Okay, I've got a brand new race strategy on your MFT if you want to go and check it out. Confirmed.
Oh, Jesus.
That was a bit borderline there. We're lucky to have gotten away with it.
Agreed. Jeepers. So close. But worth it now. We're up in P4, fighting up with a Red Bull. Oh no, sorry, not a Red Bull, it's a McLaren in front. Inter was still the way to go. Don't know how we're going to go making it on the end to one set, but... Sorry, all the way to the end on one set, but...
There's a gap of 12 seconds between you and the next car. Let's push now and see if we can bring that time
Alright,
down.
we're in open air, so... 12 seconds, but they won't have had a pit stop, I don't believe. So at some point, that's going to put me sort of 10 seconds out front, potentially give me the chance to stop and put on a fresh set of interviews at some point.
Gap to your teammate behind is 0.8 seconds.
Too deep in there again, but it's okay.
Okay, Marcus is coming in for his stop now.
Oh, far out. Temptation to pit again for another fresh set of inters and to just do what we've done again and push through the rest of the field is very tempting, but we're also
Okay, we've been given a time.
we're in P2. Really gonna just hope for a safety car now, I think.
Battery charge is high. Let's use that overtake button a bit more. Okay, we can take you this lap.
Alright, we're boxing again. Take another new set of inters.
Okay, let's go now. Come on. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that.
Another good stop. We're in P11, which should give me a good chance to keep fighting back to the front. P12, 13,
Up to
14.
speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres.
Alright, we've gone against the game's advice by doing that, but I think that's going to work out still because we've been going against the game's advice for pretty much the whole race. No flashbacks left, and we can't exceed track limits anymore, or we'll get penalties. So really just got to be careful navigating this last part of the race.
Starting to catch the car in front, but we need to look after the tyres. We won't be making another pit stop.
Oh shit. Oh, must have been like a bee's dick over the line. Alright, we've got to put it behind us. If we can get ahead of this group, we'll be able to push that 3 seconds out anyway, and it won't be a problem. At least it sort of resets the warnings. But yes, I've got a 3 second penalty to live with, but I get 3 more chances at seeding now, so I can really push.
Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place.
Our teammate in front, so we don't want to tap him or anything, but we definitely do want to blast past him. Like that. Alright, we're moving now. P10, we're back in the points. Catching this group in front of us is what we need to do. I don't really understand. Half the field is still running the wet weather tyre by the looks of it. And they're just nowhere near as quick as the guys on the inters.
And we're still happy that we're on the right tyres at the moment.
These two are squabbling in front, making a mess of each other. Oh, big lock up. Somehow kept it on the track. And damage free.
And that's just 5 laps of fuel remaining. Turbochargers on its last legs. Let's try to keep mileage on it to a minimum. Okay, clear.
A bit wide.
And gap to the car in front is 13.3 seconds.
Alright. Without a safety car, I don't think we're probably going to have enough time to catch that group in front, but it's still been a pretty good race either way. We're up in P6. We're still going to push as hard as we can to try and catch them. I just don't think it's going to be achievable. DRS fault's not going to impact me much, given it's a wet weather race and there's no DRS.
We've got enough fuel for 3 more laps.
Jumped up to P5, obviously someone hit or retired, one of the two. Turbocharger's knackered, but it's not going to matter. It was a good choice to use that up here in this wet weather race, I think. We're still going to get away with a good points finish.
flag. Okay, gap ahead is 11.3 seconds.
Looks like we'll be settling for P5 as long as we can keep it on the track for the rest of the race. Even with the penalty that we've got, I think I've pulled enough of a gap on the car behind me now that that's not going to matter. Coming on to the last lap of the race.
Final lap, push, push. Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining. Okay, so this light rain is going to be with us for a while now. We're increasing our gap on the car behind by around a second a lap.
Oh. So close to the end and I nearly just binned it right there. That was scary. Alright, last 2 corners. Yoo-hoo! Good finish in my opinion, 5th. There in a really wet race.
And bring it home.
I hope you enjoy that. I think the wet weather races are obviously more entertaining for you guys. They put me to the test and make it not quite so simple, but yeah, really good result there, P5, so that'll keep us going quite high up in the championship. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content, and I'll see you on the next one.